So, continuing, checking a few more characters here to see whether or not I've got stuff out here. I think this other one, oh, okay, we'll let it load up. I made it in the wrong resolution, but we'll see what this one is. Okay, so I got to check that one right there. All right, let me bring her up in the correct resolution. And I think I'm going to have one more account to check after this, and then that's everything. And so then I can figure out whether or not my stuff is safe for the moment.
Connecting.
And because I've got some hostilities around.
Skill training.
And then whether or not I'm going to be
skill training completed.
I'm in a clone up here, and let me see here. Yeah, I got to go down there. All right, so let's take a look at what augmentations I have here. I have the BY810. Okay, let's see if I have any stuff to redeem. Oh, I don't. Okay, well then that answers that. So jump clones, and looks like I have 2 clones here. So this one has an implant. What is that? Just like a CPU? It is. It's nothing real big, but that's the one we'll jump to. It's my wife. She tried playing for a while, and then she ended up not really being into Eve so much. So I inherited her account. This is set as my home station. Okay. A couple of ships here. One's a porpoise. Gonna be a little bit hard to transport. And then a bunch of true power stuff. Constantinople. Okay. Those are true creations, true power. Those are NPC stations. I don't have to worry about them. So really, I have fireworks. Oh my, I jumped all the way down here for fireworks. Yeah. And so speaking of move, ops questions, going into detail for those who don't know, although I don't know what the secret really is. The old base staying up. Well, it depends on what you ask is the old base, because it looks like this was our home station for our corp, and it looks like it's been taken over by this other group, and so it looks like it's staying up. But I also am not in the know, and so I just this rhymes. I'm not in the know, so I go with the flow. And it's true. So, you know. Okay. Repackaged porpoise will fit an Octor. Yeah, I wonder how much my this is worth. 220 million. And then what is its cubic meters? 400,000, which means it's almost as big as a battleship. Battleship is what, 450, 455, something like that. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see, for items here, I suspect I actually have quite a bit of stuff here. Yeah, there's a lot of loot here. Oh man, look at all that stuff too. Let's see here. Item hanger, 639 million. Yeah, 50,000 repackaged. I think that maybe I'm gonna fly this over. I don't think I have any implants in or anything. Wow, there's a lot of stuff over there. Whew. Oh wait, this is where I'm at. Yeah, duh. All right. So all I have is this stuff here to give over to my other character. Let's see if she's in here too. Yeah. All right. So all right, so that's everything. I'm gonna let the other character worry about what to do with the ships and stuff. I think they're all safe in this station, but this character has got to move, so and don't know. This person's been in here for hours. This other one, I'm not sure. I haven't seen hide nor hair of them. Why am I moving? Just because we, my court moved. So, you know, Imperium took some of Horde's territory and decided to move closer. I also understand that Imperium forced some of its own residents out. That's what I heard, but I don't know. I don't know if that if that information came from internal inside Imperium, or if that information was from like the Horde side or whatnot. Because one thing I've definitely learned with being on both sides of this is that everybody has their own point of view, and so when people are reporting on things that have happened or whatnot, they're reporting from their point of view. And so it's interesting because the views can differ wildly. So it can be wildly different. All right, so this is this is not a little ship. This is for battle. I'm a double dipper. Well, I wouldn't call it that, but I definitely am on both sides, and there's some rules for that. It's not like I'm spying or whatnot, and there's I just have some rules placed on me to make it all work. So that it's not a threat to either side. And part of that is that I don't participate in the war stuff. So, but I'm effect to it, most definitely. So most definitely I am effect to it, because I have, you know, like I'm having to move because of the war, on both sides. I'm making moves on both sides because of the war, and one is more or less advancing, the other one is more or less retreating, or maybe not retreating, but more so moving primary base for operations. So it's an interesting view to see both sides, for sure.
Warp drive active.
Rules? Well, there's rules because I'm in both alliances. And so it had to be negotiated to be in both alliances. I'm in both alliances while they are at war with one another. If I had tried to set this up...
Rock.
Task just subscribed for 14 months.
If I had tried to set this up while they're at war with each other, it would have been absolutely no. It wouldn't have happened. Task. 14 months at tier 3. What does that equal? 700 gold to everybody here in your honor. So thank you for that support. And we'll see what Dolly thinks. Uh-oh.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Big Tomagoo just subscribed. 123.
Whose bubble is that? Is that friendly? It is not. I'm surprised that bubble is out here. Let's see here. Oh, that is one of ours. Okay.
You, sir, rock.
Machines just subscribed.
That's one of ours. Okay, so they're setting up stuff differently here. Thank you for the hype train. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because, like, I just want to make sure that I don't die because of this. I didn't know that that was there. So, oh, level 3 hype train achieved. Guys, that means there's going to be another giveaway. Let me get through here.
Warp drive active.
So that will create another giveaway. Go to our store. If you're in Twitch chat, !giveaway. In YouTube, you gotta click the link in the description. Live show giveaways. At this point, we'll be doing the Hype Train Level 3 giveaway. All right, let's see here. So I'm just going to warp over here for a second.
Warp drive active.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your dragons.
Oh
5
my.
dragons is a good start, but it's still no army.
Showsinder gifted
All right.
5 subscriptions to the community.
There is a new giveaway that I added today, which is, I think, the level 6, which is a mastery pack level 1. So that completed level 4. Yeah, there we go. I don't remember what that equals. Probably something nice. Plex. All right, let's see here. Let me get my wits about me with all this stuff going on here. Big Toe Magoo, 123 months at tier 3. Oh my god, that's going to be such a big payout. You're all going to be Fritch in honor of Big Toe Magoo. 123 months at tier 3. Folks, that is 61,500 gold to everybody here. Big Toe Magoo's honor. So thank you for that. Much appreciated. It's crazy, right? I feel like it's crazy. And then Mechaneck, brand new sub. 1,000 gold to everybody here in your honor. Okay. And then got Josendar.
Welcome
Gifted 5
to the
subs.
dragons.
Sticky Llama just followed.
So another 5,000 gold to everybody here in Josendar's honor. So thank you. All right. And then, so when we do the next break, we'll do a drawing. And currently it is level 4 Hype Train.
Dragons have balls of steel.
Spec just subscribed. Wahoo, 2 years.
And what is level 4 currently? 100 plex. Solid 100 plex. So that's worth a few isk. So you can all get in on that. And then PS Peb, 24 months. So you've now entered the doubling. All right. So another 480 gold. Everybody here. PS Peb's honor. Thank you. Okay. And I'll have some images for y'all at the break stuff. Now let's see here if I can continue on my trip.
Warp drive.
Got bubbles. I don't know. Maybe not. If that one was up, they may have others. They're friendly bubbles, but you can die just as easily as a friendly bubble. I'm like, I missed the moving truck. I certainly did.
Warp drive active.
All right. Hype train success. Thank you, everybody. And so we'll do the giveaway here in a little bit. And if you have to take off before we do the giveaway, no sweat. If you got your entry in, you're eligible. If you win it, you don't have to be present to win. So yeah, and JP, you got to do the stuff in Twitch chat or use the link in the description in YouTube. I do not have any commands set up in YouTube. So I'm just testing today,
Warp drive
or like
active.
tomorrow and the next day, as to whether or not I'm going to actually think about supporting broadcasting to YouTube as well, again at the same time. This is a pretty big ship to try and be, this is gonna be, it's a pretty big ship to try and do this run. The chances of me getting caught if I run into hostiles is really high. The trick is, don't get caught. It is 1080 Nagy on YouTube. I don't think I have the horsepower to push it at full resolution. In fact, I know there was a lot of issues with doing a higher stream, because I mean, I wouldn't mind doing like 4K on the stream and in the recordings for YouTube, but there are
Active.
issues with computer resources, and like my broadcaster will only use 8 of my cores for crunching the numbers, and then I don't get to assign which cores it uses unless I do it after the fact. I can move them, but it's not easy, and so I can move cores, like separation of Twitch and YouTube, the cores that it's using, but you have to do it after the fact, and sometimes it'll auto separate them, sometimes they're all on the same cores. And so like right now they're all on the same cores, and so I'm running about 70% use on all of the cores. If I tried to move up to 4K
Active.
or even 1440p, I'd probably get too high and it'd cause some issues. So there was other reasons I stopped. It's just why I don't do 4K. The other reasons that I stopped were because Twitch forced me to. Otherwise I was going to lose my contract. But they flip-flopped around on this, so you know, a month after they forced me into a new contract, my contract that allowed me to broadcast to both, they forced me out of that one and into a new one that says I couldn't. And then a month later, they told everybody they could. And so it's just like, okay.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, maybe if I built a new stream machine. My stream machine is literally like 6 or 7 years old now. It's probably getting close to time to build a new one. But it still works. It also, though, doesn't qualify for Windows 11.
Drive active.
Which may or may not be an issue. So basically, I'm testing today and a couple more days. See whether or not I want to try and support it. It's also really hard to support multiple channels. With chat, I can talk to y'all, but like the commands don't work on them, and across both you can't have the same across both unless you dumb down both. I'll look at it. It might just be that no commands are supported whatsoever on YouTube, but I'm providing the YouTube stream for those who want it. Don't know. Well, I'm, only met a little bit of resistance so far.
Warp drive active.
This is good. I have just one more account to look at, and if I do have anything on it, it's just a Sino character. So that'll be pretty easy because I would need that character anyway for moving a lot of this stuff, which I am going to be, bringing out the jump freighter, and I've got a couple of dreads that I'll be moving, and the dreads are going to carry some ships in them. And I'll do that on the show. It's just that I'll have to have a plan B because it'll attract more attention, and the answer to getting camped or something like that is not to continue jumping anyway. It is to stop and go do something else. So, and then try again later.
Warp drive active.
But here was the first spot where there was a big fight earlier.
drive active.
Do I? I don't know if this salvage would be worth much, but I can simultaneously stream to YouTube Twitch now. Well, I've always been able to. I just I'm testing to see, you know, if there's anything new, like I should, you know, support it again or not. So yeah, Twitch used to have rules otherwise. And I was exempt from those because I had it in my contract, but then they forced me into a new... It's a long story. Anyway, I can do it. No problem. Seriously distracted by salvage. I don't think it's worth too much. There is one elite in there. So far, the salvage hasn't been too much worth it. Working on the elite one right now. So maybe, oh, it said it failed. Oh, but there's one, no. So on the elite, they failed. Or did they? No, I have one coming back to me. This one's coming back. So we'll see. Overall, probably wasn't too worth it for the amount of risk. Oh, well, I got 15 million off of that. So, all right. Let's bring these guys back. We'll see what we got in total in salvage. 13.8 million in total. Okay. Well, let's continue on. I have a hard time passing up good salvage.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
So I'm probably going to take all the stuff that I've got and try and separate it out into what should go to high sec and what should be transferred up to the new home. And then I'll have one box that's all packaged up and ready to go for high sec, and see if I can find a high sec route from close by that I can jump through and drop it off. Otherwise, if I never find one, or the conditions just become not very good for that, then I could just asset safety that stuff. It'll cost me 20%, but you know, it's one of the choices. Or I could put it for sale as a contract at like 20% off there and just take the money. That might be something to think about too.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Mirror. That's one place where there's a lot of asset safety stuff.
Warp drive active.
So this trip's been really quiet, and with probably the most vulnerable ship that I'm flying gate to gate. That's good. Uh-oh. Alright, it's a different gate. Something appeared. System next door.
Warp drive active.
So at least I've got everything now at stations that are not at risk. The biggest loss I could have had was one station that was being unanchored that had a golem in it, fully fitted. So, and I was not sitting in it either.
Warp drive active.
If you're sitting in it and a station unanchors, when you log in, you'll just be in space where it was in the ship. But if you're not in the ship, then, and they unanchor it and they take the core out, doesn't it just drop and people pick it up? Whoa! Alright, well, here is a problem. So, okay. And he dead. All right. All right. Oh, I didn't get the kill? Well, that sucks. Okay, so that's kind of wild.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Doomrager just followed.
So he messed with the wrong guy, because this is a Phonoctus, and so anyway, it is not something that you're going to kill very easy. So well, he just thought this was a different. He thought that this was something that that he could take out. He didn't realize I neutered him completely, scrammed, webbed. He couldn't get away. All right, so oh, there's this too. Okay, well, let's Let's salvage that too. Now I don't know why I didn't get the kill. I guess that other guy showed up and got the last shot. So, because I didn't get the kill, which is disappointing because it would have been this character's first kill. This is not a battle character. It's not an Octus, Doom Rager. That's the thing about it. It's not an Octus. It's a porpoise that's battle fit. Okay, so now let's continue on. I just wish that I got the kill, though. I don't even know, you know. I guess the other guy that was there got the kill. Oh, I have one kill 2,323 days ago. Okay. And see, I don't fight with this character too much.
Active.
Basically yesterday. Right. 7 years ago, something like that.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
So that was kind of wild too, that guy had a bubble and was attacking me at such a busy system. I mean, because I hollered into fleet as well. And
You, sir, rock.
so
Mr. Ghost 93 TTV just subscribed.
Mr. Ghost, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated.
Docking request accepted.
1,000 gold. Everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you. All right, so I ended up with a little bit of loot from that stuff, and I made it. So let's set home station, and then I'm going to set a clone here. I have 6 out of 8. Okay. Install clone here, and then let's see what all I got in loot here. I also picked up all this off the guy I killed. So, 34 million in loot and salvage along the way. Not bad. Let's repackage these. You know what's so funny is that, like, this is not a combat character. This is it's just a fit so that I can, you know, have a little bit of survivability. But it did good. He never expected it. There we go. It's all packaged up, ready to do whatever with it. So, all right. Well, that was an interesting trip. Huh. So, let's see here. I am kind of surprised by that. All right, let's bring up this other account. And it's the last one. One character to look at. I think. Well, I can't remember if I looked at him or not. But it's the last one. So, because I know I've looked at all the others. Yeah, that ship fit is on EWB. And it's good for even high sec. Okay, that's right. This guy has none. This account doesn't have any characters on it. So I have grabbed everything now, and so it's a matter of transporting some stuff safely. I don't know. Let's see. This is the only transport ship that I have here. And let's see here. Do I have any? So I actually have quite a bit of stuff here. But you know, what of it is actually at risk? And what of it matters? Because some of it won't matter. And the true power ones won't matter. This right here, okay, I guess that matters, but that would be good for a DST. So this one also does not need a big ship. Wonder if I could build a blockade runner or use something else to go and get that stuff. I don't know how much the value is. I suspect it's probably around 100 million in each one of these. These are from some event stuff. So again, not very big. Now this one has a lot of stuff in it. That one's not in danger. This one, yeah, I don't know much about it. It might be. All right, and then we got a couple here too that both these that say for sale. I have to get the stuff out of there because somebody could buy it and unanchor it because that's what they want to do. So, yeah. Oh, and Daily, you're asking about this force sensor booster trick. Would it help with an Orca? The answer is no. They'll still scan you down. It only works with that one ship. So the poor man's cloak. So, all right.